houses. A house is essentially an insulated box. Windows in our houses allow sun energy to enter, and by putting a thermal mass in the sunlight, you can store that energy to keep your house warm when the sun isn't out. The problem with windows is that they also let heat out, and when the clouds roll in, the loss of heat through windows continues. This creates a conundrum for passive solar gain in our overcast climate. A solar heater solves this problem by separating the window from the house, only connecting it through vents. In this way, you can increase your windows without increasing your heat loss. When the sun shines, the solar heater gets hot and the air inside rises. As heat flows out of the top of the solar heater, cold air is sucked in from the bottom. The size of the holes controls how quickly air will move through the system. Dave's solar heater is made of scrap rigid foam, salvaged from a construction site, an old window, some adhesive caulk, and old aluminum cans painted black. The cans have holes ripped in the bottom and are stacked bottom to top. Aluminum is a great conductor and heats up quickly. As air rises, it follows a turbulent path through the cans, picking up heat as it goes. Holes drilled in the foam box control the rate the air
down short columns all the way across. And here's how I do my cans. This is just the top can. I just cut 4 slots. I just take the razor knife, cut it down, and bend it back. I'm cutting 4 slots in them for the top. The top's cut out. I got the hole in the bottom. And all you do is have them slots and kind of line them up with the big corners of the downspout. And you just push them in there. And then all I do, I'm actually sealing off the top, like right here. Seal it off. And I don't know if you can see down there, you can see your corners in there. And that way, the bottoms aren't sealed. So the air that's outside the cans should be diverted into your header. All right. Another thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to mess with the top. I'm not going to cut it out. I don't see no reason that you have to cut it out, because if you cut a hole in the bottom, you got holes in your bottom, and you're setting them on top of there. That air, the top's going to slow the air down enough, because it's going to slow it down when it hits here. It has to go through the small hole, fill up here, and then go through small. I think that'll be enough. All right, now after you get your tops all done, you just can flip it over, and then you can just take your cans and just fit them and stuff it down in there, and put another can and just keep stuffing down in there. And leave a little bit of room for your last can. And what you do is turn it up this way so you have this end, the top end, coming out, because that way it snaps in your hole. But you want to put it in there and have a little bit of, be able to have a little bit of play. So that way you can lay it into your box, and you can just pull it and snap it in. And it works real easy that way. Now, I found this piece of aluminum. I'm not sure what it's used for, but I'm going to lay it down as a backing. Okay, I put my metal piece down and just painted it black. Now, you don't have to use any metal, but my theory is it just gives it a little more mass to collect the heat for your box. You can put sheeting down if you want to. I put flashing on that 4th one. Now my columns, just set your columns in there where you want them. Just take your marker, kind of mark it. Just mark it around there. And that gives you a point to put your hole saw. And then you just drill it out. Okay, when you drill your holes, you use, on my other video, I was saying it was a 2-inch, but it's just a little slightly bigger than a 2-inch, maybe 2 inch and an eighth. So you want to check it with your can, but just stick it in there. you got your hole, and you do the other one. And once you start doing your holes, after you get them done, you just take your top can, and it'll snap right in there. Okay, once you snapped it in, your bottom, that's why I say leave a little bit of play in them so you can move it. That way you can just set it down near your hole. And what I do is just take a little screwdriver and give it a little push, and it snaps right there in your hole, and then you got a nice secure. Okay, here it is all painted, just ready for the glass. And if you notice, I'm coming out the side with my output, my headers here, and I'm doing that because I'm mounting this away from the house, and I'll have to pipe back to the house. But as you see, both headers will be exposed to the sun too, so the glass, so everything should be heating up. All my metal should be heating up. Now, if you're going to come out the back and you wanted to use a downspout, I would have used a 3-inch downspout for the header, because that'd give you a bigger hole. At least give you a 3-inch hole you could cut in the back. Or if you wanted to, you could use do the gutter like I did on that fourth one, and that gives you plenty of room to cut a 4-inch hole if you need to. But anyways, just left to put the glass on there and test it out. Okay, I drug it outside and I set the window in there. I didn't seal it, but I'm getting good sun today, so it's a good day to test. 40, and now it's 42 degrees. And it's early, it's like about 10:30 in the morning. So I'm going to let it go for an hour and we'll see what it does. Okay, it's been almost an hour. Temperature has rose. It's 43.5. And my temp in my can is just topped over 200 degrees. That is so neat. And I don't have the glass sealed or anything because I'm off site and I got to take it home. It's too heavy for me to carry with the glass. I got to take the glass out and then load it and then load my thing. It's a good day to test. Over 210 right now. Okay, it's been exactly 1 hour. You can see that it's at 210 freaking degrees. I'd say this is a good test. So I think exposing your headers and everything to the sun helps a lot. I mean, this is the highest temps I got. It's going over 210 right now. It's probably 211. That is incredible. Okay, it's been like an hour and 15 minutes. If you can see that thing, 220 degrees. Man, I didn't think I'd get this hot. That is very cool. And I didn't cut out the top of the can. I just put a hole in the bottom on the middle ones, so you don't have to do all that crap. But anyways,